For those of you who've heard this, one of my biggest fears was that my house would catch on fire. And then I had a house catch on fire and we fixed it for $4,000. The insurance adjuster said it was supposed to cost us $14,000. I made $10,000. And my biggest fear, the house catches on fire. House caught on fire, I made $10,000. You're a basketball player, you're trying to score 50 points in a game. Guess what? You got to take shots. That's what I'm going to tell you as your coach. You got to take shots. If you're new to the platform and you're interested in any of our mentorship programs, we have a lot of different programs. We have the real estate ride along. That's where you spend the day with me in Philly, like boots on the ground. We go around and we look at different properties. We'll see maybe like 10 to 15 properties in different phases of full gut renovation. So that will take the fear out of your chest on real estate if you're still afraid. And we're going to talk about fear today because it's a theme that just keeps coming up. So as you guys call me with more fear, I will give you guys more mindset to cover that. So the mindset, once again, is avoidance behavior and facing your fear. A lot of us want to get started in real estate and we think we're ready. We want to be ready, but we get caught up in due diligence. Due diligence is like, I want to check all, I want to cross all T's and dot all I's. I want to make sure everything's perfect before I get started. I want to make sure I know how to do a cash out refinance before I even know how to go out and find a rental property or put a tenant in or get through a rehab or get through some of the early stages. That is part of avoidance behavior, right? Starting at the finish line of a real estate deal and then inventing a problem, imagining a problem at the finish line. Oh, even if I do all of these things perfect, if I get to the end of the deal, what if I can't refinance? What if I can't get out of the deal? Then that fear is going to stop you from getting started. A lot of us do this. We think it's due diligence, but really it's avoidance behavior. Really, it's fear creeping in. Imagine fear, which is the worst fear, because I can't solve a problem in your head. If I'm talking to you one-on-one and you're like, Brian, I got this imagined fear, this scenario, and what if it happens? What if that happens? And I'm just like, bro, I can't solve an imagined problem. Imagined problems are impossible to solve because they don't exist. There's no action that can be taken against it. A real problem, if we really got to the finish line and you had trouble refinancing, we would just adjust. We can challenge appraisals. We can shift lenders. We can find specialty groups. There's so many things you can do to navigate almost every problem. For those of you who've heard this, one of my biggest fears was that my house would catch on fire. And then I had a house catch on fire and we fixed it for $4,000. The insurance adjuster said it was supposed to cost us $14,000. I made $10,000. And my biggest fear, the house catches on fire. House caught on fire, I made $10,000. That's how it really played out in reality. But the fear can trap you. So you have to be careful with your imagined fears. You have to be careful with getting all the way to the end of the process before you ever got started. And then imagining issues at the end that you can't solve. So many people get stuck. A year goes by, another year, another year. And the real thing that you should be afraid of is just being the same next year. You should be afraid of waking up when that ball drops and you don't have a deal, you haven't taken action. And this is not about cash or credit. There are people out there with 100K plus and perfect credit scores that are afraid and that will never get started because of the fear. They can't get past it. So the number one thing to conquer in this game first is your fear. Once you get rid of the fear, you can focus on learning what you need to learn in the proper stages, which is not backwards all the way at the end of the process to get forward, but it's learning what you're doing now, the point of the process you're at now, and then building upon that until you get to the end. By the time you get to the end, you'll know how to do everything from the beginning again, and you can repeat that process. So just stay locked in and don't psych yourself out. Get out of your own head. Real estate has made more millionaires in America than any other business. Any other business. So if you're looking at other side hustles, other businesses, and you're afraid of real estate, you got it backwards. You need to recalibrate. You need to get out of your own way. We're all our own worst bottleneck. We're all holding ourselves back from success until you become more fearless. And then you'll get out of the way and you'll let nature take its place. You'll learn. And there are easy ways to learn. There's the boots on the ground program. And, different types of mentorship where we can tap you into the knowledge and you don't have to go through the painful mistakes. Or you can, some of us are a little too fearless and we just run out into the school of hard knocks and then you get beat over the head, but you'll still learn. But hopefully that helps some of you. If you're dealing with fear, get out of your head. Stop imagining situations that don't exist. And then you're running around without the knowledge to even ask the right questions. Then you're asking the wrong people. They're confirming your fear. Get out of that. There's no value in that. There's no profit in that. Get into learning. Take opportunities. Take shots. Take shots. You want to know how to score. If you're a basketball player, you're trying to score 50 points in a game. Guess what? You got to take shots. That's what I'm going to tell you as your coach. You got to take shots. You're afraid to shoot the ball, and you're telling me you want to drop 40. How are you going to drop 40? You're afraid to shoot the ball. That ain't going to work. So you got to take shots. You got to bet on yourself, but take smart shots.
Extra bonus for sticking around. I'm going to give you instant access to my 24/7 cash flow playbook and 5-step 30-day bonus training where I break down in detail the exact strategy that I use to acquire and full gut renovate over 300 rental properties in less than 5 years. I'm also going to extend access to a complimentary one-on-one coaching call. That session allows me and my team to diagnose your business and show you how you can fast track your success by tapping into our done for you model. So if you want to claim these free gifts, go ahead and just click that link and schedule your free coaching call. But these slots fill up quickly, so you definitely have to move fast.
Got lots of dough, lots of dough. Won't believe that dough. I got lots of dough, lots of dough. You won't believe that dough. Ooh, I got lots of dough, lots of dough. You won't believe that dough. I got lots of dough, lots of dough. You won't believe that. I got lots of dough, lots of dough. You won't believe that dough. Grab a rack, stack it up, yup. Let's play tic-tac-toe. Picture that when I'm in the rows and I pick up.